Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This week I'm going to be working with the Moonlit Flora designer series paper. So there is a set of stamps and dies that go with this paper, and I do not have them yet, but I couldn't wait to work on this or work with this DSP. So I'm doing a lot of fussy cutting for this. So this is, the thank you is from the Scalloped, let me just put that away, from the Scalloped Blooms stamp set. And I love the greetings in this one. So I am using them for this card. I'm going to show you how I fussy cut and just a couple of tips and tricks. And then this card I'm going to make on the video today is going to say thinking of you, and I want the thinking of you to go right here, so I'm going to modify how I stamp it a little bit. So this one is on a Golden Glow card base because I liked how it matched the flowers. This one's going to be on a soft seafoam background, and I've already fussy cut out this piece here. So this reminds me of paper toll. Back in the 80s, early 90s, paper toll was a huge thing. My mom has got some amazing, amazing pictures. And paper toll is just where you took a whole bunch of sheets of the same image and cut out each piece. Mom had pansies, so she cut out each pansy. And then you use a little bit of silicone and you put it in between so it layers up. So it's a really lots of depth in the pictures, and this kind of reminds me of that. So you can absolutely fussy cut with scissors, not a problem. But this is a 360-degree X-Acto knife, and I got mine off of Amazon, and it's the Double V Swivel 3 by Vivid is what it is. And it's a comfort grip swivel blade. It took me a while to get used to using it because I'm used to one of those good old-fashioned straight blade X-Acto knives, and it took me a little bit to get used to it. And it is a comfort grip, but I was holding it right down here, so if you hold it a little bit of weight, it actually gives you a lot more flexibility. One thing I figured out, I was practicing with this on just a different piece of floral paper, not Stampin' Up, and it was working great. And what I realized when I came to do this card is that the Stampin' Up designer series paper is way better quality. It is thicker, it's more robust, and so it took me a little bit to get used to cutting on this designer series paper. The other thing I noticed, and you can probably see it on this one, is because it's a white core, and the way the blade works, it kind of angles a bit. So sometimes you get little bits of white that show. So what I've done on this one is I took a blends and I just ran it around the edge just to kind of hide that white core piece. So I lots of learning on this one. So I'm going to show you how this works by cutting out this moth. So just blade down, and I have to push really hard, and I've got a craft mat underneath it so that I don't cut my work surface. And you just drag it around, and the nice thing I like about this is you can wiggle the blade as you go around. It's great for cutting out little flowers. I've been going a little bit nuts making stickers, and I'm using this to cut stickers out. So I'm just coming in, and I'm still turning the paper a little bit just so I can get a better angle on my cut. But it makes it super, super easy. So there we go. There is our piece cut out, and I kind of round the edges a little bit because the blade, even when you do this with scissors, you still end up sometimes with a little bit of a lip on it. So I'm now going to take, this is just a light mossy meadow, and I'm just going to run it around the edge, just so that I don't have any white pieces on here. And it really doesn't affect the front of the card at all, or the front of the piece you've die cut out. You can see it on the back. And because I'm using kind of a corresponding color, it really doesn't notice on the front. Okay, there we go. So I have now covered up my little white edges. It has bled a little bit into the little antennae, but you can still see that it's there. So I am going to grab some dimensionals. Actually, maybe I'll just use one large one in the middle, like that. Okay. And we're going to build this card, but we need to do the greeting first. Now, I want the greeting to fit in here, and the thinking of you is a long greeting. So I am going to stamp tone on tone. I'm going to use my Peaceful Pine stamp spot. So thank you, Paper Pumpkin, for putting a Peaceful Pine stamp spot in the April kit. I am just going to ink up the thinking. So just the thinking like that. And I'm going to stamp this down. Okay, and now I'm going to clean that off. There we go. And now I'm just going to ink up the of you. And sorry, I need to pull this just a little bit closer to myself so that I can see. This light reflects and it makes it difficult sometimes. So I've got the of you inked up, and I am just going to line this up. Again, I need to pull it just a little bit closer to me so that I can make sure that I'm straight. Okay, so we've got the thinking of you, like that. Okay, I am going to use the die from the Scalloped Blooms set. Now I need to confirm that it's Scalloped Blooms. So what I need to do with this die is bigger than my piece that I'm cutting out. So I'm going to line that up where I want it. I'm just going to put a sticky note down to hold it in place. And I'm going to die cut that out. I'll just sandwich that up and run it through the machine. So the first tip was to use a 360 swivel. It's especially good for getting into little tiny places that you'd struggle perhaps with scissors. Second tip was to use one of your blends or a marker just to cover up the white edges on the paper. And the third tip here is modifying, actually the fourth one was modifying the stamp. The fifth one is modifying the die. Okay, so what I've done is I've lined this back up again to where I want it, and you'll notice that there's a gap there because I want to resize the die to make the greeting the size that I want. So when we do this, it's easiest to do with dies that have an easy to place piece. Some of the stitched edge ones are really good because they can almost lock into place. So we've resized our greeting, and we can pop that down right there like that. And we're going to use the 26-28 in colored dots. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this down. Let me get out my Stampin' Seal. I still use my old style snail runner. Two reasons. I use it when I'm creating or putting the ideas together because it's less expensive, quite frankly, than the Stampin' Seal. I don't use this on the videos because it's loud. It makes a noise, whereas the Stampin' Seal is a much smoother, it's quieter. So this piece here, I want it to stand out, but I don't necessarily want the edges to stand proud, but I do want the rest to stand up. So I'm going to put adhesive along the straight edges there. And then I'm just going to peel the backing off my dimensionals. And I'm going to place this down. Okay, and whether you have the whole thing standing up or whether you have the edges down, that is completely a personal decision. I just wanted it to look like it was kind of coming out of the card front. So we've got that, and now let's just dimensionalize our little dude here and pop him down like that. So he's 3D'd now, and we are going to put some dimensionals on our greeting like that. Now, I put them on like this because I know I'm going to put a large in color dot at the bottom here. So I've put the dimensionals where the dot won't be so that it's not quite so tall going through the, if you mail this card, it just makes it compress a little bit more. Okay, so I need this. Okay, and I am going to use the Peaceful Pine dots. They're not going to show up a whole lot, but it's just the effect kind of thing. And I'm just going to pop a couple more around the card. This would make a really good sympathy card if you needed it, or a masculine birthday card perhaps. So these are our two options, and I am going to take my blend and I'm going to lightly go around the edge of this just to cover up the white. And then this is the one we made in the video. So really effective at doing the 3D. The dies, I believe, don't actually die cut out of the paper. So even if you got the stamps and dies, you could put those pieces on to create some 3D on the cards. But if you want to actually cut out the pieces from the designer series paper, you can fussy cut or get one of these 360 swivel cards or knives. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.